Hello, welcome to my channel at Lady D. This will be my video on what's coming up the week ahead. We'll be covering the full moon in Libra that's happening on the 13th of the 4th at 10:22 a.m. So this full moon as well as we have the full moon on the 13th, we're also going to have the sun which will be conjuncting Chiron. We're also going to have Venus moving direct as well. We've also have both the sun and the moon squaring to Mars happening too, and we're also going to have the moon is also going to be sort of making an angle to these other planets that we've got conjunctions as well, which I'll talk about in a moment. So the full moon being in Libra, it is about creating balance. It is also about what's fair and what's not fair. It is about helping people or doing too much for people. It's about fighting for justice as well. But I also feel like there's like a need, there's going to be like a need for, I feel like it's going to bring up certain emotions and certain triggers going to be coming up during this full moon. I feel like it's going to feel a little bit overwhelmed a little bit. I feel like that people it's like people are going to be like leaving something behind. People wanting to start new trends or new things. People are seeking justice as well during this full moon. I feel like it's about making sure that communication is done in a sensible way, that I feel. But it's going to be hard because we still got this conjunction with Venus and Saturn, which is going to be, it's like a 3 week altogether. So I think we're going into the second week. So one more week we've got after this week, I think, with the Venus and Saturn coming close together. Plus it's they're conjunct. Plus we've got them close to the node. Plus we've got Mercury and Neptune close. All these four planets are just very close together, and I feel like it's creating this stagnant energy where things are feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or things are just feeling like it's just feeling a little bit messy. This is like but today I went to a funeral. Last week I was a funeral I meant to go to, but I couldn't go. So I feel like there's a lot of people wanting to sort of leave this plane, leave this earth, but this energy, I feel like it's just very stagnant. It's causing a lot of up and downs. That's why we're seeing the tariffs, we're seeing what's going on in the stock market, and I feel like even though it's really in Libra, this full moon in Libra, which is about things coming to a head and making it more balanced and equal, everyone's having their fair share of things. But I feel like with all these other conjunctions and with got the Sun conjuncting Chiron, it's not going to be very positive. I feel like the other aspects that we have are overshadowing this full moon and the energy that it could bring, especially considering it is in tri to Jupiter, which could be quite positive. But I just feel like the other energies we got are going to overshadow that one great energy that we've got here. When we do have some positive aspects to Uranus this week. We've got the Venus, we've got Mercury, Mars, all even Saturn, all in sextile to Uranus, which is bringing about some unexpected communication, some unexpected things with the money. And I think it's where we've seen like there's been a turnaround because of an unexpected change of heart. So there are some breakthrough positive things here, but then we've got this overload of just things being a bit stagnant, unsettled, and I feel like this conjunction of planets is what's causing that. So that on that day with the Sun conjuncting Chiron, it's going to be bringing up some issues that are just really giving you a lot of pain and wounds that you haven't healed. Maybe you can't heal from them. Some things just can't be fixed, can't be healed. We've also got that conjunction happening, starting up with that Mars with Pluto again. So also that's creating, we haven't really seen the full effects of that. So I feel like this third opposition, we'll see the effects of this. And that's also coming up as well. It's actually coming up to a full opposition here. We've also got Mars does have some positive aspects. We've got a tri Mars, Saturn, sextile to Uranus, tri to Neptune, and a tri to Chiron. So we do have some positives there with Mars. We've both got Venus, Mercury, try to Mars as well, giving you that bit of confidence with communication and romance and love. Relationships should go, it won't go smoothly until after Saturn gets away from Venus gets away from Saturn. So usually I would say Venus moving direct on that same day with the full moon, I would be like, yes, it's going to be better for relationships, but not yet, since it's around that Saturn and around that Neptune. So until Venus moves past Saturn, past the node, past Neptune, is when relationships is going to be more calm, and more flexible. But the relationships will be bringing up a lot during this full moon, because we do have Libra, which just actually rules relationships too. So this is all going to come into it. And then we got on the 16th, a few days later, we got Mercury moving into Aries. So, and it's going to then the next day it will then conjunct Neptune. So Mercury into Aries is about being a lot of opinions coming up here, argumentative, people thinking that they're right, over exaggerating on things. I feel is going to come up. We've also, we've got other aspects that I've also mentioned too. So it's another crazy week that we've got coming up. Volatile week where things are up and down, people losing control, people not being able to judge certain things, but then having things being resolved in some weird way as well, with the sextiles that we've got to Uranus and even the trias to Mars. Be careful of your anger on this full moon with these squares from the squares to Mars there with the moon and the sun. You might also feel like you're getting a little bit of over emotional with things as well, a bit triggered. Could also be coming up too with that. So just be cautious into what's coming up with that. And then we've even got the moon will also be in opposing that Chiron with the sun too. So things that really caused you turmoil, wounds that you haven't healed from, that have caused you a bit of pain, is going to bring up emotions. Are going to come up with it this full moon. So overall, I'm not going to say this full moon is there is a few positive aspects, but we've got overshadowing aspects that's going to overshadow the positive stuff here, is what I feel coming up. So just take your time, be prepared, and just see how it all goes. What cards am I even using today? Am I using the angel cards? I'm going to use the angel cards today. So let's see. As I said, I just came back from a funeral this morning. So let's have a look. So hopefully I don't go to any more coming up. This retrograde has been tough. We've been out of Mercury retrograde now. Mercury's in shadows, but it has been a bit of a tough one, mixed with the Venus, with those conjunctions. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look with the cards. All right, we got this week. It's about being open to learn, but I feel like it's about what you know in yourself than to other people. And I feel like it's not shying away from conflict. And this is what might be forcing you to do with this full moon too, but wanting to shy away from certain conflict. But I feel like the tries that we do have to Mars, which is going to give you all of that oomph to be a little bit more opinionated, especially a few days later when we get to that 16th with that Mercury going to Aries. It is about helping others and being there for others, but I feel like there's just a lot of frustration that's going to come up to the surface that people are going to have to deal with, that maybe they're not ready to deal with either. It's also too, I feel like it's a sense of not wanting to let go of things and wanting to hold on tight to things too. I feel like it might sort of make you feel a bit tired. There could be a sense of looking for whether you're buying a new house or holiday, you're on a search this week, looking for what's missing in your life. There's also a sense here of wanting to look at a different reality, but I feel like there's a sense of also wanting freedom too, and just be free and not being stuck or being people sort of making you feel stuck as well. Relationships will be coming up this week as well. People like butting heads, people not seeing eye to eye also, but then there's also a sense of unity which I feel like more to the end of the week, and things might seem quite blurry, like you can't see things the right way. You're really trying to uncover the truth here, that there's like something that doesn't seem very clear. It seems that the information's not clear, it's not accurate, it's not precise, it's something that's not up. So I feel like that's going to come up things here this week. Look, I feel like in terms of the economies, I feel like it's very volatile. We're going through big changes, we're going to aspect, but I feel like there's a greater plan in place that we don't know yet. And I feel like won't be revealed to us until June, until when we see the Uranus going into Gemini. And even with the Uranus in Taurus there, it is bringing a lot of unstableness to the world. But I feel like there's a lot more to come with that too. So it is creating a bit of an unbalance there. So let me see. Let me also do a channel. Let me just see. Is there anything else? Pay attention to your dreams this week. I feel like your dreams will also be telling you a lot of things this week. So pay attention to dreams. Pay attention to what's going on around you. There's a thing of also sensibility coming up as well too, and wanting like bright spark. There's also, I feel like there's going to be a sense of over worrying about everything, and because you're unable to see what's coming up. So I feel like there's a sense of really over worrying things and over expectations coming up as well with that. But also I feel like it's about protecting your money, protecting what you have, protecting your wealth too. But I feel like there is going to be underlying good news though with some of this stuff that's coming up, because we do have some positive aspects just with this full moon. There's just aspects overshadowing it. So we'll have to see. So then we've got next weekend, which will be Easter. So let me just do a channel for this full moon in Libra. So see. This full moon will be teaching you a lot of lessons. It will be about being wise and free. It will be reconnecting you to people from the past, people who you thought would not come back, but was now making their way back into your life. It's about looking at the past and seeing how it has changed your future. It's about looking at the future and how it is going to be changed, the past that you have been living through. It's about reconnecting to people that once was. It's also about reconnecting people who have passed over. It's about listening to spirit and listening to people around you. This full moon you'll embrace, and it will give you a sense of opportunity, a sense of strength, and a sense of relief. There are good things coming, but it's also bringing up with things that you haven't dealt with yet and things that you would need to deal with. For there are a lot of upsets in your lives, and there's a lot of mismatched communication that's been going on for the last few weeks now. It is time for things to settle down. It is time for people to reconnect, recharge, re-energize, and it is time to see things for what they truly are. Okay. So for this, where am I? I do have a fair coming up towards the end of April at Central Coast. I will be there on the 27th, up 7th at Tumbiumbi for a 1-day fair there. The day before the fair is the workshop I've got up in Padstow. So if you want to be coming to our 1-day workshop, please come to that. Now our cruise, we are filling up. So we are got the last 4 cabins, I believe, today. There's only 4 cabins left. So if you were interested, now's the time to book, and you pay your deposit, because we've only got 4, I think it's 4 cabins or 4.5 cabins left to fill. So we've got a lot of people coming to that. It's going to be an amazing journey. We've had which I'll put up. I'm making on my YouTube a longer version, but we actually got a tour of that last week, so I will be doing a video of the tour on the weekend and putting it together. So watch out for that as well. And what else has got coming up? I will be also Central Coast beginning of May. So there's a 2-day fair in Swansea. I'll be in Swansea, and then the weekend after that, the Saturday, I will be at Camden for a fair there. So members, to stick to my socials and you'll see where I am. I'm also available for private readings outside fairs, so please contact me if you would like a reading. I do online as well as face-to-face. And trying to, I think I'm missing something that I've also got to mention. Oh, my show, the end of May, 25th of May, I do have my show down in Middlegon as well. And don't forget, every Friday at 7 p.m. I go live for live readings as well, which will be going live tonight too. I don't think anything more. I think that's it. So I hope you all have an amazing week ahead. I know it's hard with these planets. Things are feeling a bit unpredictable, unstable, but we always get through it. So we just got to see what happens and be patient. But thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.